Hey T-Bird fans, it's Ian Henry with another edition of Top Shelf. I'm here with Steven Goertzen, our new Director of Player Development, and we're here in the Show Center concourse just before check-in at training camp. We've got the lights set up for video mugshots. We've got still mugshots set up, so we're getting this interview done just before players get here for check-in, something that Steven did several years ago. What do you remember from your first T-Birds training camp check-in?
Well, I remember it was in Castlegar, so we used to go up to Castlegar for rookie camp, and family would drive down, and you know, the whole drive down, you're thinking, you're mentally kind of getting ready to go, and you're excited, and you want to get it underway, and then check-in comes, and you meet a whole bunch of new guys all at once, and that's something that kind of sticks with you for the rest of your career. You're always in a position where you're meeting new guys. You have to shake hands and learn to get to know guys pretty quickly, and it's exciting. You know, you get to know them, and within a week, all of a sudden you're good buddies with them, and 2 weeks go by and you're best buddies with them, and you carry a lot of those relationships on. So it's an exciting time. Also, it can be a little nerve-wracking, especially for guys that are here for their first time, and there's a lot to take in. You know, you got the older guys that you're excited to meet and learn from, and then you know, a new rink for a lot of guys, and new situation, and it's exciting, and also can be nerve-wracking when you're first on the table there, I guess.
When you came to camp as the first time, you're a 15-year-old, came back as a 16, came as a 17-year-old, you made the team. What was the whole process like for you, across those several years, to come to camp, be a part of it, come back, become a T-Bird, go on to a successful NHL professional career? How did that help you?
Well, I didn't get drafted in the Bantam draft. I came as an invite, and then had some good camps and got listed. So I think, you know, for me, camp was a real good opportunity to showcase my competitiveness and my level of compete. And it was always a good opportunity to showcase that. So it was a little bit different route for me, but I came back, and you know, your first few years, you're just trying to gain as much information as possible and get up to speed and kind of soak everything in, and then when you're ready to make the team and you're ready to make an impact, and you have that information, you have that in your back pocket, and you can come much more prepared and relaxed. So I think that's important for the guys, and for me back in the day, it was important for me, and it helped me you know, make the team and move on from there.
You're joining us in a new role, Director of Player Development. First time we've had a Director of Player Development. What does this role entail for you with the team?
Well, I'll be helping. I mean, the coaches already do a great job of doing individual development for the players during the season, and it is a long season. I think sometimes, you know, during the off season, it's really a time where guys are trying to hone their skills, and during the season it gets a little bit busy. But I'm here to try and help with that process of making sure that each individual has their own developmental process within the team setting that the coaches set out, and you know, make sure they're still working on little details that we think will help them in their Seattle Thunderbird career, and also long term.
So will you take from what you learned from your professional career in the NHL and obviously apply it to the guys, but for each guy, you mentioned it'll be a separate plan. Is there anything when you meet guys that you're going to try and stress a little bit more or different, or, you know, skating versus shooting versus positioning, or things along that line? Yeah,
I think, you know, like each player is different, right? And I think it's important, you know, like I said, to work alongside the coaches for what they want to get across, and so there's a team component to the skills in general that'll partner up with how they're teaching their systems and things like that, and then also, you know, trying to build a relationship with each of the players, and each guy will be a little bit slightly different on what they need, right? And so trying to manage what individual development and skills that they need to work on or want to work on, and then correlating that with how much time they have to work on those skills, and how they're going to do that, along with some checkpoints to making sure that, you know, they're progressing through the season on the skills that they want to work on, or skills that we see that they need to work on.
So as part of training camp, the scouts, the coaches, yourself, all the hockey operations staff are watching the guys in scrimmage. Is this a chance for you to see some of these, obviously, young guys, 15, 16, 17-year-olds, and see some areas where you think that you could help improve some of their skills?
Yeah, I think so. It's nice. It's always nice to be on the ice with the guys and kind of see their individual skills right up close, and then at the same time sometimes it's nice to during the games and stuff to sit back and really see, you know, how many of these players what they're doing in a game, and how those skills that they're working on individually, how they translate into a game. So it is nice to sit back and make some notes, and you know, there's a lot of really good hockey minds here, so it's nice for me to you know, even on our off time, to sit and chat with the scouts and hear their perspective. A lot of times they've seen these guys way more than I have, and so it's nice to have a collaboration of hockey minds, you know, within the best interest of the athlete.
So your first season, I believe, with the T-Birds was 01-02 or possibly 02-03. It's right around the time I joined the team. It's looking back now, you've had about 15 years. I think your last year with the team was 03-04. Do you have any memories from your time as a T-Bird that stick out in your mind?
Lots of memories. Obviously, just being on the bus with my teammates and stuff like that is always something. You know, just the interesting dynamic of, you know, being a rookie and how that dynamic is, and you know, the integration with the older guys, and you know, getting called the back of the bus to play cards and stuff like that is always pretty cool. And then, you know, and then it moves quickly, and all of a sudden you're the older guy. After 2 or 3 years, you're the older guy, and you're calling those younger guys back to play cards and whatever. And I think it's such an interesting dynamic, and it happens quickly. On ice, I think, you know, we had a good playoff run. I think it was 02-03, right? And we didn't quite get there, but we had a really good team, and you know, we got a first real taste of playoffs, and that, you know, whole different season and the intensity, and I just love that. So, you know, we lost to Kelowna, I believe, and they went on to win. But you know, like, we were pretty close there, and we had a good team, and that was really exciting. So that's probably one of my better memories on ice, and like I said, off ice, just being with the guys and the teammates. And you know, Seattle's got so much to offer too, with you know, if you get a day off or something, you can go to Pike's Place Market and walk around. And for me, being a small town guy, is kind of a first look at different cultures and different really good, exciting experiences.
Last question for you. We're just about to start training camp check-in. We'll have some scrimmages tomorrow. I know the Scouts have a friendly rivalry during training camp scrimmages where the Scouts are coaching the teams. Are you going to be involved in coaching any of the teams at rookie camp, main camp, or are you just going to be up in the stands watching?
You know what? I'm not sure yet. I think I'll communicate with the coaching staff, and if they need me, whatever they need me to do, I'll happily do it. But if the Scouts got their own rivalries going on, then maybe I don't want to mess with that. I don't know. I guess we'll have to see.
All right. Well, thank you, Steven. We appreciate the time. T-Bird fans, we'll see you at training camp. Starts Wednesday, 9 a.m. with the first scrimmages, and you might just see Steven Goertzen behind the bench. We'll see you then.